Welcome back to the battle between Superman in space armor versus Dr. Manhattan and who will win. Before we dive into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you very much.
Superman in space armor, also known as Thought Robot or Cosmic Armor Superman, is one of the highest symbols and abstractions. Cosmic Armor Superman is not the familiar Superman with the red cape whose powers come from the Sunday. Cosmic Armor Superman is a colossal artificial entity created by Monitor Dax Novu to counter any monitor intending to drain the energy of the multiverse. This armor carries the form and spirit of Superman, the eternal symbol of courage and hope. It awakens as a being of pure thought, operating through the balance of opposites, memory, reactive capability, and the duality of good and evil. The monitors are beings that stand outside all timelines with the mission of observing and protecting the multiverse. This entity functions like a living machine with infinite adaptability, constantly adjusting itself to confront any threat, whether physical force, intellectual power, or paradoxes beyond conventional logic. Cosmic Armor Superman is not merely a weapon, but also a symbol. It represents the idea of pure heroism, the good that exists within every pair of opposites in the universe. The soul of Clark Kent is the activating and controlling factor of this entity, carrying an unbreakable faith in hope and compassion. His opponent, Mandrak, is not only an enemy in terms of power, but also the embodiment of destruction and primordial darkness. Cosmic Armor Superman therefore becomes a powerful affirmation that at any layer of reality, the concept of the hero always exists to resist the collapse of all worlds. Superman in space armor is regarded as the pinnacle of cosmic and metaphysical power. The physical strength of space armor Superman is no longer bound by space or dimension. This entity can lift, break, and erase multidimensional structures while withstanding energy sources capable of destroying entire universes. All concepts of weight, pressure, or material limitation become meaningless in its presence. Any threat that emerges instantly becomes data for Space Armor Superman to evolve. The stronger the enemy, the more complete this entity becomes, as if it were born to always stand one step above its opponent. Space Armor Superman also possesses the ability to directly affect the structure of narrative and reality. It is aware that it exists within a layer of storytelling and can therefore influence events, probability, and causality. Space-time, abstract concepts, and even existence itself can be distorted according to its will. The immortality of this entity is absolute. Even if completely erased, it can reconstruct itself from nothingness. With colossal size beyond all scales and a state beyond causality, Space Armor Superman is not merely a warrior, but a declaration that the concept of heroism can exist at the level of supreme gods. During the event Final Crisis, this entity confronted the greatest threat ever to appear, Mandrak, who is regarded as a cosmic vampire that drains the energy of worlds to feed endless destruction. Mandrak attacked at the level of concept and the nature of existence, where all physical laws became meaningless. However, Space Armor Superman demonstrated absolute adaptability. Every strike from Mandrak became data for this entity to upgrade itself, surpassing its enemy in an instant. At the meta level, he directly intervened and pushed Mandrak out of the stream of existence, casting him adrift into eternal void. Space Armor Superman also served as the ultimate guardian of Nil and the Monitor Sphere, the highest layer of reality in the DC universe. There, he stood firm against multidimensional destructive forces, maintaining the balance between light and darkness. His existence was the final wall, preventing the chain collapse of all worlds. The most terrifying aspect lies in his ability to prepare for the future. Space Armor Superman does not wait for threats to appear before reacting. He foresees countless possibilities, from quantum attacks to conflicts. That is what makes him a symbol of invincibility in the multiversal context, where the hero does not merely fight. Cosmic Armor Superman saved the entire multiverse from annihilation and redefined the very concept of victory.
Please remember to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and turn on notifications to watch the earliest videos. Thank you very much.
Now, we will talk about Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan, whose real name is Jonathan Osterman, is one of the most profound and haunting figures ever to appear in the history of modern comics, in the series Watchmen by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. He was a nuclear physicist who suffered a radiation accident and transformed into a near-omnipotent supernatural being. Dr. Manhattan is a symbol of nuclear power and the detachment of humanity within the superhero world. John Osterman was born in 1929, the son of a German watchmaker. After the United States dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, his father advised him to pursue nuclear physics. In 1959, John became trapped inside the intrinsic field chamber at the Gila Flats laboratory and was completely disintegrated. Several months later, he reconstructed his body in the form of a glowing blue humanoid known as Dr. Manhattan. The United States government used him as a strategic weapon during the Cold War, helping the United States achieve a rapid victory in Vietnam. Dr. Manhattan engraved the hydrogen atom symbol on his forehead, representing the fundamental power of matter. Due to experiencing nonlinear time and seeing the past, present, and future simultaneously, he gradually lost emotional connection with humanity. His famous statement, "Nothing ever ends," reflects his belief in destiny and the endless cycle of existence. What makes Dr. Manhattan terrifying is not merely his power, but the way he perceives reality. Time for him does not flow linearly, but exists simultaneously like a cube in which past, present, and future overlap. In Doomsday Clock, Dr. Manhattan becomes the central factor, directly affecting the timeline and the structure of reality. His intervention leads to massive upheavals such as the New 52, altering the history of numerous heroes. Dr. Manhattan is regarded as one of the most powerful and frightening entities, emerging directly from quantum physics and possessing deep intervention capabilities. At this level of existence, the boundary between science and divinity is almost completely erased. Dr. Manhattan has absolute control over matter at the atomic level. He can disintegrate a human being in an instant or recreate life from nothingness with cold precision. Every object, from simple to complex, is merely a collection of particles that can be rearranged according to his will. His perception of time far surpasses that of humans. The past, present, and future exist simultaneously for him, allowing him to both know the outcome in advance and witness it unfold. His ability to travel through and intervene in the timeline enables him to alter history on a cosmic scale, most notably erasing an entire decade to reshape reality. Dr. Manhattan is virtually immortal. He does not require respiration or nourishment and can reconstruct his body even after total erasure. Creating multiple independent copies allows him to exist in several places at once, rendering the concept of personal limitation meaningless. He also manipulates energy and forces naturally, from generating invisible shields to unleashing devastating energy blasts. His near-omniscient understanding enables him to read atomic structures, perceive tachyon particles, and grasp the secrets of the universe. The feats of Dr. Manhattan are extraordinary. In the world of Watchmen, his appearance changed the course of war in an unprecedented manner. Within a short time, Dr. Manhattan disintegrated numerous soldiers. There were no tactics or traditional confrontations, only absolute power that forced the entire world into silent observation. After leaving Earth, he entered another realm and personally created a massive palace on Mars. The complex structures formed from nothingness not only demonstrated his ability to manipulate matter. For Dr. Manhattan, creation and destruction are merely two aspects of the same act. Dr. Manhattan easily overwhelmed the Justice League, from Superman to Batman, by disintegrating, teleporting, and absorbing energy without encountering any obstacle. He deeply intervened in history by saving Jor-El, thereby shaking the entire metaverse and leading to the birth of the New 52. Dr. Manhattan also erased and rearranged timelines, foresaw multiversal events, and even transferred power to others such as Clark Dryburgh. Even when facing mystical attacks from Justice League Dark, he remained unmoved. These feats confirm that Dr. Manhattan is not merely a victor in conflict, but the invisible hand rewriting the destiny of an entire reality. In a confrontation between Cosmic Armor Superman and Dr. Manhattan, the outcome strongly leans toward Cosmic Armor Superman. He is not merely a more powerful version of Superman, but a supreme protective machine designed to oppose threats, capable of destroying the entire structure of reality. Dr. Manhattan possesses nearly absolute power. He manipulates matter at the subatomic level, perceives the past, present, and future simultaneously, and can even adjust the timeline of the DC universe. At the multiversal level, Manhattan is almost unmatched. He can disintegrate an opponent with a single thought and reconstruct worlds with a cold and transcendent act of will. However, Cosmic Armor Superman is not simply superior in terms of energy output or durability. He operates on a higher metaphysical layer. Created as an automatic adaptive mechanism, he possesses reactive evolution, meaning that whenever he faces a threat, he immediately becomes superior to that very threat. If Manhattan manipulates time, Cosmic Armor adapts to transcend time. If Manhattan restructures matter, Cosmic Armor adjusts himself at a level beyond matter. The decisive factor lies in narrative manipulation. Cosmic Armor Superman does not merely fight within reality, but interacts with the structure of the story itself. He exists as a self-aware symbol of his role, a defensive layer safeguarding the entire DC system from collapse. This was demonstrated when he defeated Mandrak, an entity that threatened to consume and erase all realities. Manhattan may gain the initial advantage, He would analyze every possibility, foresee incoming attacks, and even erase Superman from the timeline. Yet at that very moment, cosmic armor would adapt, not by counterattacking in a conventional sense, but by restructuring the very framework of the conflict. Reality would tremble, layers of space overlapping like pages being violently turned, and at every layer, cosmic armor would become increasingly dominant. One side is an entity that controls the universe. The other is a protective mechanism that transcends that universe. When every possibility has been calculated and every future observed by Manhattan, cosmic armor still represents the element that cannot be negated. He is the inevitable response of the system against destruction. In the end, the result leans toward cosmic armor Superman winning with a very high probability, approximately 9 out of 10 encounters.
What do you think about this battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.